The perfect keyboard is a fairy tale, but I might have found the next best thing under £50. The RK61 can use Bluetooth 5.0, which gives a reliable connection with relatively fast speeds and connection time. But there's also the 2.4 GHz connection, which is more reliable than Bluetooth 5.0. However, it's still not suitable for gaming. But the iconic USB-C is the method I use since it has the least latency, which is necessary since I'm a gamer. And as a gamer, a durable keyboard is a necessity, since we tend to rage. But I will say the keyboard does definitely have a really nice feel to it and also a very nice weight, which makes it feel much more premium than it actually is. And no, this premium feeling doesn't just stop with the outer casing. Every key is incredibly satisfying to touch as well as extremely responsive. Of course, the sound of the key is going to differ because you are able to pick what switches you want. So my keyboard may sound slightly different to yours. However, the responsiveness of the keys will not change, and that's something I really appreciate about this keyboard. And if you're wondering about my switches, they're brown. Take a listen. While we're speaking about the build, it has no stand, which means slightly more pressure is placed on your hands while you're typing on your keyboard, and I just find it really annoying since I tend to type essays for long periods of time, and I find myself taking longer breaks with this keyboard rather than another 60% keyboard that has flaps and has an angle, because I find it just more ergonomic and a little bit easier for me. But I will say on the keyboard itself, it does have a slight angle, but it's not as major as one of those flaps that you see on the underside of a keyboard. Bluetooth keyboards nowadays love bragging about the battery life, and the RK61 is no different, with 360 hours of standby battery life. This is when you haven't touched the keyboard in a few minutes and the lights have turned on, but as soon as you tap it, the lights are back on. That's standby mode. However, it has 10 hours for active use, so this is when you're continuously typing, and that is pretty fair for a keyboard, and it only takes about 3 hours to charge. So not one of the fastest charging times of USB-C. I expected a little bit quicker, but it's not annoyingly long as well, and you can still use it while it's charging, so that is a plus. But there is an issue I had with the battery life, and that's that there's no indication when the thing's gonna die. Like, literally get no notification, no visible representation when it's gonna die. I'll literally be playing and then the lights are off. I'm like, what? It's just kind of silly and not very useful when I'll be typing, I'm in the flow, and then it dies. I play a game, then it dies. It just doesn't make sense to me. I feel like they really should have thought about putting some representation, or at least something easy to access to see when it's gonna die, or at least tell me when it's on 25% at least. Like, come on. So I would just say make sure you keep a mental note of when you last charge it, so you can avoid a situation where you die because your keyboard dies. But to be fair, I will say that you do start experiencing some latency just before it dies, so that is an okay indication, but still that's an unfortunate indication. Your keyboard just starts being really slow and really delayed, saying, oh, I need to charge my keyboard. I don't appreciate that still, but at least it's something. I really appreciated the form factor of this keyboard, since everything that's on a 100% keyboard is all condensed down to 60%. And this is suitable for people who don't have a lot of space on their desk, they like the aesthetic of a 60% keyboard, or they want this as their portable keyboard they can bring to the library or anything like that. And since they can connect it to their tablet, you can literally make your own setup portable. And I found myself using this quite frequently when I don't want to haul my whole laptop all the way to the library. So I really like this about this keyboard, and it's really cool because not all keyboards can actually connect Bluetoothly to your phone or tablet. A small pet peeve that I had was the keyboard layout. I'm not new to 60% keyboards, and they've all had the same layout. So when this keyboard had a different layout, I was kind of shocked and I was kind of struggling when I was typing, but eventually I got used to it. But just remember, if you want to go up or down, it's in the middle over here now, not all the way at the end like normal 60% keyboards. With the RK61, instead of buying a preset keyboard on Amazon, you can actually go to their website and you're able to customize your own keyboard to the color switches you want, as well as the color of the board and the backlight. And if you're actually planning to buy this keyboard, go on the website and you can get 10% off. The links in the description below. But overall, I was very happy with this keyboard, and I wouldn't be surprised if they made a fairy tale about it. But if you're still on the fence on this keyboard, check out this 60% keyboard over there, and this might be a little bit more suitable for you. Well then, it's been your boy Mr. K. Please consider liking, subscribing and supporting the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.